this boundless cosmic dance, there is no hierarchy of light, no competition of brilliance, only participation.
Before anything moved, before anything appeared, there was only this. The light expands, unfolding space itself, as the universe quietly comes into being vast, rapid, and already complete. Light and sound converge, revealing how existence quietly emerges from what we once called nothing. When we look at the surface of the sea, or the restless skin of a river, we see waves folding into waves, currents curling through currents, all of it inseparable, whole, undivided, a single living body pretending to be many faces, and beneath that shimmering appearance is a world so full of motion that it feels like stillness, a world where fish glide without ever thinking of resistance, because to them water is so intimate, so constant, so impossibly close that they cannot recognize it as something at all, for it is the invisible cradle that holds them, the medium in which they move, and breathe, and become themselves, a closeness so total it vanishes from awareness. Then imagine a dolphin, scarred by captivity, and carrying the strange language of humans on its tongue, returning at last to the great blue cathedral and telling the fish, who have never left its depth, "We live in water," and the fish, baffled and sincere in their innocence, answer, "What water?" "What is water?" And the dolphin, patient as an ancient teacher, replies, "The very space in which you move," only to hear back again, "What space?" Because to them, water is not a thing but the unnoticed truth that holds all things. For the fish, the water is the space, though it is so obvious it cannot be seen, so essential it cannot be named, so present it disappears. And for humans, that same invisible closeness surrounds us right now, the vast, living space we overlook, not because it is hidden, but because it is too near, too constant, too mercifully simple to notice. And this book is an attempt to speak of that space, to reveal the obvious that has been forgotten, to point to the clear air reality swims in, the silence we mistake for nothing. This is the space we are going to talk about, not an emptiness, but the fullness that holds. All forms the way water holds the fish, the way clarity holds the world. The way clarity holds the world, the way the unseen holds everything that believes it is separate. All elements of the ocean are linked and interdependent, so close to them, so intimate. And humans are no different. They move through a greater ocean, the ocean of awareness, but never name it, never see it, never feel it. They mistake the waves for the water. They live inside the mind. This preoccupation can lead to a diminished awareness of the surrounding environment and forget the field in which the mind appears. This absorption mirrors the fish, unaware of the vast ocean that holds them, moves them, and makes their world possible. They move in it, breathe in it, and live in it like fish unaware of the ocean that carries them. There are moments when awareness almost surfaces, fleeting and easily overlooked. They arise quietly, then vanish again, eclipsed by thought and the momentum of daily life. The simplest moments show it clearly. Life is here, while attention is somewhere else. This drift from presence is a common, shared human experience. All human experience arises within a wide, unseen field of awareness. Yet this greater awareness is so close, so constant, that it often goes unnoticed and unnamed. Individuals tend to focus on transient aspects like thoughts and sensations. Most attention is drawn to thoughts and sensations, fleeting elements of experience. They move like waves on the surface of the ocean, rising and falling without rest. Beneath the waves lies the water itself, constant, unseen, and often mistaken for the movement it carries. Awareness is the water itself, steady and ever-present, though often confused with the wave. The world stills, motion paused, revealing a moment where time seems to hold its breath. This stillness reflects a shift in attention presence, drifting away from the reality unfolding here. While the world stands still, the camera moves on, mirroring the observer that remains aware. This contrast reveals the subjective nature of experience. What moves is not the world, but awareness itself. The world waits in stillness, as if pausing for attention to return and life to resume. The freeze frame marks a passage inward, a transition from motion into stillness. This stillness points beyond the endless stream of thought, into a quieter, deeper presence. It points to an underlying reality that exists independently of mental activity. As forms dissolve, motion gives way to rest, revealing a stillness that was always beneath the movement. This stillness reveals a deeper layer of existence more fundamental than form, motion, or thought. Thoughts appear as fleeting threads of light forming briefly, then dissolving back into space. This imagery reveals the intangible nature of thought, present, luminous, yet without substance. Their glow hints at the energy of thinking alive, active, and constantly in motion. Each thread touches another, showing how ideas arise in continuous flow. Together, they portray consciousness as dynamic, alive, fluid, and endlessly changing. The world we experience is not reality itself, but a rendering shaped by perception. What we experience is not a direct mirror of the external world. Instead, the mind weaves a story, shaping raw sensations into meaning, memory, and identity. Through this weaving, perception takes shape, and a world appears where only sensation once was. This mental weaving is what shapes our perception of reality. Sensations are interpreted and integrated into a coherent story. This constructed narrative forms the basis of our subjective experience. Experience is not reality itself. What we call reality is shaped by interpretation, a world assembled by the mind from raw experience. Like a projector, the mind casts images onto the screen of awareness, mistaking the projection for reality itself. The mind projects the world it perceives. The projector is the mind itself, its capacity to generate images, stories, and entire worlds of experience. The beam of light reveals the projection itself, thoughts and meanings cast outward as a world. These swirling forms reflect the diversity and motion of thoughts and perceptions. The screen is awareness itself, the silent space where every projection is seen, yet never altered. Thus, perceived reality is the mind projecting onto the screen of awareness. A vast, luminous field appears pure awareness, open, silent, and untouched by what arises within it. It stretches without edge or limit, reflecting the boundless nature of consciousness itself. Its silence reflects the stillness and tranquility of pure awareness. Its stillness reveals the unchanging ground beneath all experience, the foundation that never moves. This awareness underlies and permeates everything, quietly holding all of existence within itself. Mountains in winter embody a profound and enduring stillness. Their stillness points to what does not change, an enduring presence beneath all movement. It remains beneath the surface of constant change, steady and untouched by what comes and goes. The mountain's immobility symbolizes inner peace. It reminds us that true stability is not found in what changes, but in what quietly remains within. A river flows without effort, mirroring the natural movement of life when nothing resists it. This flow continues naturally when the mind no longer resists it. When the mind interferes, the flow tightens, and obstacles appear where none were needed. In acceptance, life moves freely again, like a river finding its own path without force. The wind moves through the grass, revealing nature's quiet intelligence, flexible, responsive, unbroken. The grass bends, not in weakness, but in wisdom, adapting to the force without breaking. Through this adaptability, the grass withstands pressure without losing its rootedness. This quiet resilience is the signature of life thriving within change, not resisting it. This moment reveals the ongoing dialogue of nature, each element shaping and responding to the other. The image reveals nature's quiet intelligence, its ability to adjust, respond, and remain whole. Our sense of time arises with the movement of thought. When the mind quiets, time loosens its grip. The sensation of time arises when the mind is in motion, processing thoughts and experiences. Conversely, stillness of mind leads to a sense of timelessness. In a state of mental stillness, the present moment becomes the only reality, diminishing the perception of past and future. Everything is now. As awareness softens, attention releases thought and settles into the immediacy of this moment. It begins with a gentle intention to loosen the inner dialogue and release the pull of mental noise. As the mind quiets, sensitivity returns, sounds sharpen, colors deepen, and the present becomes vivid again. With less noise inside, the world is felt more directly. It often begins subtly, a soft release in the face, a gentle easing around the eyes. Ultimately, softening awareness cultivates a state of heightened presence and receptivity. This view implies that individuals do not exist inside time as an external dimension. Time is not a container we inhabit. It appears within awareness. Instead, time exists within the individual's perception and experience. This perspective highlights the subjective nature of time. From this view, time is not absolute, but shaped by perception and attention. The passage of time is understood as being dependent on consciousness. Consciousness shapes and defines our experience of time. Therefore, time is not an objective reality but a personal construct. Time is subjective. The world gently dissolves, fading into a soft, luminous whiteness. As form dissolves, the sense of me gently falls away. What remains is a return to pure awareness, silent, open, and without division. This transition carries us beyond the limits of the self, into what was never confined. Waking to presence occurs when awareness returns to the present moment. This awakening often begins with a simple act, such as noticing one's breath. Focusing on the breath serves as an anchor to the present. It represents a return from wandering thoughts to immediate sensory experience. This practice cultivates a state of mindfulness and heightened awareness. Here, return is not a journey through space or time, but a recognition of what never left. The concept of return is redefined, not as a journey, nothing is reached, something is recognized. This recognition reveals awareness not as something acquired, but as what has always been. It reminds us that awareness was never absent. It has always been quietly present within us. The return is simply the process of acknowledging this pre-existing awareness. Therefore, returning to awareness is a simple act, not a complex journey. The individual is not the central story, but a passing figure within a much larger field. What remains at the core is not the individual, but awareness itself, silent, vast, and unchanging. Awareness is the container of all experience. The silent space in which every moment appears and fades. All experience arises within awareness and returns to it. It is awareness that gives each experience its presence, its clarity, its moment in the light, and you are that. Everything is now.